I've spent the night by myself.
What's the body there downstairs?
Do you remember Mexican Jerry? He said he's dead. He had the serious look like, I'm not playing.
They got him to agree to let them tie his hands and his feet. I mean, I can't even tell you how many times he hit him before I got there.
This is Jesus Barraza and his two accomplices, Jerry McGavitt and Marcus Adkins. Together, these men are completely unaware that they were caught on camera after taking the life of 21-year-old Gerardo. And as they turn on each other,
Thomas held the bungee cords around his neck as they kept on beating him.
We went to the building, we went to the basement, they showed me the body.
detectives will soon realize that all three men were controlled by one woman.
He did upset Brittany. She wanted his head.
I didn't know what to do. I couldn't stop it at that time.
A woman who they will ruthlessly investigate using every clue, every lead, and every witness they can, all to find out who exactly was responsible for the murder of Gerardo Jr.
Let me tell you something, Brittany. I cannot tell you that you're not in trouble because you are.
I'm sorry, my stomachs. I didn't know what to do. I was so scared. I could not watch someone being killed.
In September of 2014, electricians in El Paso, Texas were forced to descend into the basement of this abandoned building to ensure the power was turned off. Following this telling sign, they entered the filthy room and came upon what they believed at first to be a mannequin. Very quickly, they realized it was something much more sinister. The burnt body of 21-year-old Gerardo Luna Jr., a loving son, brother, and friend who struggled with schizophrenia and often spent his time with local homeless people for companionship. It was clear that Gerardo, or Mexican Jerry as his friends called him, had been murdered. And very quickly, using surveillance footage from outside the building he was killed in, police were able to locate their suspects. His friends, Brittany Stewart, Jerry McGavitt, Marcus Adkins, Jesus Barraza, and Thomas McNair. And if the footage itself, which showed him entering with them but not leaving, wasn't enough, there were these photos that Brittany posted on her Facebook. Selfies taken in the very basement where he was killed. Quickly, police were able to track down everyone involved and question them, but naturally finding the truth in their stories proved to be difficult, because everyone was desperate to save their skin. The following footage was kindly provided to us by the El Paso Police Department.
Okay. This is our formal interview with you. Okay. I'm Detective Ochoa. This is Detective Sanchez. We are not from here. Okay, we're from El Paso, Texas. We are currently in San Angelo, Texas. We have this here. The code here is 76903. I am meeting with, what is your full name?
Brittany Nicole Beverly.
Beverly? Stewart? Okay, what's your date of birth? Okay. Do you currently have an address?
No.
You were staying today at?
Salvation Army.
We are here in San Angelo because we are investigating an incident that occurred in El Paso a few weeks ago. That case that we're investigating is under El Paso Police Department case number 14-248089. My procedure requires that I tell you that, okay? You're not going to remember that. It's just one of those things. This is related to the unfortunate death of a person. You are a suspect in the case, okay? And at this point, you are under arrest, okay?
Yes.
There was a warrant filed earlier today, and it is for failure to report a felony, okay? I do want to engage in a conversation with you about what took place, but before I do, I need for you to understand what these rights are. I'm going to read them to you, okay? And just let me know if you understand, okay?
As detectives have stated, the murder of Gerardo Luna Jr. took place in El Paso, a 6-hour drive away from San Angelo, where Brittany conveniently relocated soon after the murder occurred, because in her mind, relocated sounds a lot better than fled to. While detectives read Brittany her rights, let's take a look at who she is as a person, at least In her own description on Facebook,
We won't go anywhere else except for tell me what happened.
Okay. When I first met Jerry McGavitt, I just got into town. They took me to an abandoned building, which Mexican Jerry, which they called him. I didn't really know his
Your
full
full
name.
name?
No.
Okay.
No, sir, I did not.
Okay.
They had problems with him because he was tagging the walls with pinnacles and tagging everything, which they claimed that they had demons in them and there were spirits in the building that died there. Then all of a sudden I didn't know what was going on because I didn't really want to get involved. All of a sudden,
Where this building's at?
in El Paso downtown by McDonald's.
Okay, you don't know the address or the
No.
street?
No, sorry, I do not. We did have a lot of vintage wine, Chardonnay wine, which a lot of them drank. I couldn't drink. I would not drink. Well, the day that it happened, I woke up with him standing over me. Who was Mexican Jerry.
Okay.
It was frightening to me because my man was not there at all. They left and I was asleep, which we were staying there for a while. Mexican Jerry kept on hopping the fence and everything. Well, the day that happened, he had a toy gun, which I thought it was real because it looked real. It was actually what do you call it? Not a paintball gun, but a
Pellet gun? BB gun?
BB gun.
Okay.
And I thought it was loading everything. I was so scared. I stayed up on top of the stairs. They took him down to the basement, and then Jerry and Jesus started beating him.
What is Jesus' full name?
I don't know his full name, sir. Jerry held him down. Jerry had to let go because Jesus hit Jerry instead of Mexican Jerry.
How did he hit him?
And it busted his eye open with a mallet.
With what?
Rubber mallet.
Okay.
Which I didn't think those can do any harm.
Okay.
But all of a sudden they tied him up, put him to the bed. They grabbed a metal pipe, which I always, because I didn't know the place, I always carried a metal pipe. Well, they all had metal pipes. I did not get involved. I just stepped around the pillars wanting to throw up. I wanted to faint like that. Well, when they started going, all you could hear was him screaming, begging for his life.
Mexican Jerry?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do. I couldn't stop it at that time. I didn't want to get involved. I didn't want to get hurt. I didn't know how to. I didn't know what to do. I had tears in my eyes, like wanting to throw up, wanting to pass out. I did not know what to do.
Okay.
Well, last thing I realized is that they were stabbing him through the neck with broken glass.
This is where is this happening?
The bottom of the basement.
In the basement.
Yes, sir. The pillow right by next to
Going down in the stairwell, down the bottom, or
the bottom, the actual bottom.
okay.
Well, there was an old mattress there because a girl actually got there, they say. I don't know if that's entirely true, but if it is, I don't want to get involved in her.
Brittany has woven a pretty compelling story here of a poor, innocent girl who was awakened by inappropriate sexual behavior, then forced to witness a brutal attack and murder that she played absolutely no part in. In Brittany's tale, she's a victim. In reality, she was the mastermind. You would think a mastermind would be smart. But as evidenced by the new explanation for the murder that Brittany's about to serve up, she's far from it.
Well, all of a sudden they said they can feel her spirit and saying that they should go ahead and kill him, and like that frightened me. I didn't know how to respond to that. They said a lot of the spirits are angry at him. Well, they're drunk when they beat the living, excuse my language, shit out of them. And then all of a sudden they started stabbing them, beating them in the head with a metal pipe. I could not stop it. I did not want to get hurt.
Now this is transferred over onto the mattress?
It was already on the mattress. They tied him up and started choking him with... I'm sorry, my stomach's... I didn't know what to do. I didn't. I did care. I cared a lot about Jerry, Mexican Jerry. He did some stuff that I don't approve of, but he was still like a friend. He still cared for everyone. I didn't know what to do. I just tagged along. I didn't know what was really going to happen. They said that the spirits told him to kill him. Well, when they got down there, they started, like I was saying, they started choking him with the bands that were already down there.
How were they choking?
They tied him against they were holding him. Jerry was holding what do you call it? They're like hikers. Hiker uses them. But they're ropes with hooks on the ends.
Okay, like bungee cords?
I don't know if they're called that or they're just like this. Yeah.
Okay.
But he started holding that.
How was he doing that?
Like just with his hands around his neck and around the pole.
Which pole?
The mirror.
Okay.
What do you call it?
The pillar with mirrors on it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I could not stand there. I could not.
What was he doing? What do you mean, like around the pillar?
He was around the pillar, just choking him, and they already gassed his neck, so his blood was just going everywhere.
Okay.
I could not watch. I could not do anything. I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
When they started doing that, he started hyperventilating, like he couldn't breathe. Well, they started beating his chest in. Well, that night, we all left. Trust me, I wanted to go. I didn't know how to go to the cops and tell them, well, my friend just killed someone. My friend just killed a best friend. I didn't know how to do that because all they're saying is that, oh yeah, we know how to kill people and do that. That was my first ever seeing someone die like that.
How do we get what Mexican Jerry's problem was?
They said that the spirits were getting mad at him because he was starting tagging the place with the writing on the wall, the pentagram on the floor.
Who's saying all this?
Thomas, everyone in the group.
So, obviously this group
said that they had a problem with him.
Okay.
I didn't have a problem with him. Well, I didn't approve of me waking up with him jacking off right in front of me, like standing right over me. I did not approve of that, but he does what he does in his own life, like I do mine.
Who's with you when he?
No, I was asleep when they left.